just around the corner as you get a look at Highmark Stadium just south of Buffalo, New York. Today we've got an AFC East matchup between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. And we are underway in Buffalo. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Going right back to Akers. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On play action, Prescott. He'll dump this off to Akers. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, this defense for the Bills, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup. Prescott from the gun. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Nice job there forcing that incompletion. This is going to be a fun battle throughout this game. Watching him try to take away that area of the field.
They'll run for the first time with Tariq Cohen. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Under nice launder out of punt as he sends this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. The Bills hit 9-4 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. So roughing the passer penalty and an automatic first down.
And that's the mark of a bad team, partner, because that's an easily preventable penalty, but they just didn't take the proper steps to make it so.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Cook following the penalty. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Justin Herbert, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Bills get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early, but there's that special one there. I say that.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and the Bills have recovered. That defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they're trying to preach.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. They'll run with Cook. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Dalvin Cook, his 16th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Prescott to throw it. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. Third down, Dalvin Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taysom Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Rosas good with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the 4th quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's 1 interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about himself, and continue to run your offense. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. And he'll fight for a couple as the tackle is made at about the 32. Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Huntley to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here we go, here we go. Hurry, 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 hurry. I'm not right, I'm not right.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
To throw, Huntley. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, And that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw as well.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Prescott now. Swings this out here for Cohen. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 12-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. To throw is Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they, on paper, Charles, no doubt they have the edge in this one. They are sitting with the AFC elite, and on the other side, they're down toward the bottom of the AFC. But you know what they say, especially at this point in the season, watch out for a trap game.
And in doing so, I would take my game plan and condense it. I would rely on my fundamentals, the fact that my players are probably just better, and not try and do too much, do just enough to win the game. And on the other side of the field, I'm doing everything. Every trick play I can think of, every different formation, you name it, I'm throwing it at them in order to try and get the upset win.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert completes it to Hardman. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Well, sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the final number of the next-gen stats, that ball traveling a full 59 yards through the air. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The handoff, running left, Richard. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And a little careless there, Charles, on that carry.
And it's not just having 2 hands on the ball. It's tucking it away. It's using your body to keep people shielded off. is so many different things into taking care of it and having ball security. In that case, though, we didn't see it happen.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt. This will be kicked from the 42. It's a 52-yard attempt. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and the lead will remain at 23.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up a great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Final play of the half, Prescott. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Starting the third quarter with Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Quick slant caught by Moore. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Oh, it's a wobbler here. It'll go as just a 15-yard punt, and it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to pull your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he is going to lose yardage here. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Here's Prescott. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he left.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure. And it's a loss of 6. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Here's Hardman to return. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Cook again. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, Herbert. He's got the connection to Moore. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's 2nd down. And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. This O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Cook up the gut. And he'll go down at the 28. 80 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Third down, here's a run by Cook. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They'll try the air now with Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Up the middle, it's Rashard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott off play action.
They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted.
Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. He's going to wind up and air it out. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted.
Derek Stingley picks it, and the Bills are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They run it again with Cook. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped.
16 more on that one and another 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Getting the ball is Cook running left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Bradley Chubb came in and got him.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes the defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
On 2nd down, Cook. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
3rd and goal, the ball at the 10.
And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. And 3 yards on the carry there as this defense holds strong and takes it to 4th and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now Aldrich Rosas for the field goal attempt. Rosas' kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they've had that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Johnson on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not, and I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out, and you and I, let's get to the airport.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll try and wind down some clock with Cook. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Again, it's Cook. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. It's a 6-yard gain, and it leaves them looking at a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the 1st down, close it out.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able...
Oh, Cohen lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. Roses to add the extra point. Now, these have been no picnic for him so far. He's missed 2, but this one is good. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
And they take a knee. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did...